Sendai today. We're going to Zao Onsen. This is the last of our 3 relaxation visits to a Ryokan. We have 2 nights here, or there I should say, at Zao Onsen, which is unfortunately a 40-minute bus ride from the Yamagata station to Zao Onsen. And I'm expecting that the bus is going to be like every other bus with no luggage space and etc, etc. But we did decide to ship one of our bags directly to Tokyo. So they have this service which is really amazing, and you can have your luggage shipped from place to place extremely cheap. So we took all of the stuff we don't need, things we've bought, put it in one luggage, put all the stuff we're going to need for the next week in one luggage, and ship the one straight to our hotel in Tokyo. So it won't arrive today. You can actually tell them what day you want it to show up, and they will deliver it on that day at a specific window. So since we're arriving next Saturday into Tokyo at around 8 p.m, we had it delivered on that day, next Saturday, between 8 and 9 p.m. And that's amazing. Like, now I just have this one bag to worry about. Nicole has her little bag, and it's a lot easier to move around than having the 2 big heavy bags. That'll make the bus and everything a little bit easier. Having it shipped to Tokyo from here, Sendai, and it was heavy. I'm gonna guess it was close to 20 kilos maybe. We'll find out when we get to Tokyo. I have a scale there, and it only cost us about 15 Canadian dollars. So it was about 1,300 yen. That's crazy. We're just on our way to the train station. We are taking that short little 10-minute walk, and we're not really rushing, unlike the last couple days we were trying to get there for Yamadera. But we are taking the same train. We'll take it through Yamadera all the way to Yamagata. And so I don't expect having an issue at the train station. We should get there with plenty of time to get to this track with our luggage, what's left of it. So I'm really looking forward to getting there and getting this trip over with. But I'm not looking forward to the bus ride. All right, so we'll catch up with you at the train station. Racks on this one unless you have a small bag. We just hope it doesn't get super busy because I feel super bad taking up so much space. We'll be on our way shortly. This train station looks a little familiar, as do the buildings up on the hill. We are back at Yamadera on our way to Yamagata. I think we're almost to Yamagata. Maybe we have 15-20 minutes left, and then we have a bit of a wait for the bus that we take into Zao Onsen. Nicole, unfortunately, isn't feeling too hot. She's getting motion sickness. So hopefully she'll feel better when we get off the train. We made it into Yamagata, and we just came through the gate and we found the stamps. So we stamped our books, and now we are going to head over there where Nicole's going and find some food. We've discovered something amazing in the food hall at the train station. There's an S-Pal. Cherries is a thing here. Ooh. So we are, I'm gonna be happy and Nicole's gonna be sad because she doesn't like cherries. I love cherries. So there's all kinds of sweets and stuff down here with cherries. So we're trying to find a bit of food before we head out of here on the bus, but it's not looking promising. So we'll see. Maybe I'll end up with something cherry. Right, we're at the bus terminal here outside of Yamagata station, and we were just here staring at the timetable, and a guy came up to us, a young guy who was sweeping around, saw that we looked pretty confused, I guess, and he came and told us we have to go into the actual bus terminal over here, right in there, and actually buy tickets. So not on the bus. So we bought our tickets, 1,000 yen each, and the bus we're taking should pick us up here at 2:20, and we will get into Zao Onsen at 2:57. So 37 minutes. It's not too bad. And we found some food in the basement of S-Pal, and hopefully we can eat it on the bus. We're not sure what kind of bus this is going to be. Hopefully it's a tourist-friendly bus and they'll have some spots for the bags, and it's not going to be a local bus like this one, like that we have been taking. Then we might be able to sit down and actually eat, because I think we're both pretty hungry. It is 2 o'clock. All right, the bus came. It was very obvious that it was our bus, and it is a coach kind of bus. So the guy put our bag for us underneath, and we will be able to hopefully sit in here and eat. That's what we're working with seat-wise. Slight challenge is the guy at the bus terminal gave us that map of the Zao Onsen area, and it's got all the like accommodations and whatnot listed on it. But ours we could not find, or we might have found it, but it's not exactly the same name as what booking.com, what our reservation has on it. So I think worst case we'll figure that out when we get to Zao Onsen. At the bus terminal, hopefully there'll be a tourist info person, and they'll be able to direct us if the Ryokan, like we had the hotel call them this morning to try and arrange a pickup at the bus terminal, and it sounded like that was going to happen, but it also sounded a bit like maybe it won't happen. So we're not quite sure if someone's going to be waiting for us, and if not, we're going to have to walk. It's apparently only 3 minutes, so it shouldn't be too bad. But anyways, we are going to get settled here on the bus and get our lunch out. Lunch is served rather precariously here. Probably not going to film us eating, but you can check out what we're eating on this bus. So I got some kind of pork cutlet with cheese in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see the cheese. There it is. It's pretty good. I actually got a shrimp, which I didn't realize when I ordered this set. It's rice, cabbage, some pickles, and various sauces. And Nicole just got a huge shrimp or prawn and rice.
I got the deluxe prawn.
You got the deluxe prawn? That looks like the deluxe prawn. It looks like a torpedo.
Yeah, baby.
I managed to sort of get settled here. Almost a few disasters. I was pouring my tonkatsu sauce on when we were stopped at a station or a bus stop, and then the bus suddenly started going, and just as I squirted it, and it just narrowly missed squirting all down my leg. But here's what it's looking like now. Tonkatsu sauce. Whoa. Some kind of tartar sauce, which is really tasty. I put some tonkatsu sauce on my shredded cabbage, and it never ceases to amaze me how awesome like deep fried food like this is here in Japan. Like, it's been not fresh. Like, this was sitting there in their display case. We should have shot their display case, but you've seen it in a different video, same kind of thing. And it's so good. It's not hot. It's not like cold, but it's not piping hot. It's not fresh. Yet it's still so good.
It's not cold.
No, it's just it's warm. It's warm. So you can see what mine looks like here. Pork wrapped cheese, breaded, deep fried. It's really tasty. I'm gonna polish this off before something really bad happens on the bus and this goes flying in.
Then we get kicked off.
Then we get kicked off and have to walk all the way to Zao Onsen. The bus trip has taken a very windy path up this side of this mountain, and we're getting little glimpses of the view. It looks spectacular. So I don't know how high we're getting, but we've been zigzagging up the side of this mountain, what, 4 or 5 times now. We've sort of done the S curve, and there was a really good spot back there where the view was incredible.
I saw snow-capped mountains, but there's no snow where we are. How are we gonna ski with no snow?
We probably won't ski.
Dear.
We're almost there. I think we're probably Another 5 minutes. We are at the bus terminal in Zao Onsen, and our ride was waiting for us. Hooray! We're just loading up, and then we are going to be off. That was the sign he was holding in the terminal waiting for us. Crazy thing is, it's laminated. So we got ushered into a room here, some old pictures. He was telling us that this place is 300 years old, and brought us in for our passports and doing some paperwork, and now our welcoming drink is coming. And as I cut it off on the last clip, the guy was bringing us our welcoming drink and welcome sweet, which was a little lucky snowman, he called it. It was a little biscuit. And a snowball, which was like a sugar candy thing. And he gave us a bunch of pamphlets and showed us some ideas of what we could do tomorrow. He brought up Yamagata, but we've already done that, so we'll probably maybe take a ropeway. And then we set our dinner and breakfast times, which you normally do. So dinner today's at 7, right?
Yes.
7, and our private bath is at 6 p.m. right before dinner. And tomorrow's breakfast we decided 7:30. So we're just waiting now to be taken up to our room, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do for the next 3 hours. We got escorted to our room, and it's really cool. This place is really old school, being 300 years old, so it has a really old Ryokan kind of feel. And we've never been in a Ryokan room which was 2 stories, 2 levels. So I'll show you this quickly. This here is the tatami room, set up with the table and a little sitting area. Here is the washroom and the shower room. Another wet room style shower. Look how old school the taps are. And a private open air bath. It's not onsen, it's just bath. There's Nicole staring at the bath. And this is the entranceway. I'm assuming that's a toilet. And then there's stairs here that take us up to the second story, the second floor. Window. So at the top of the stairs here, it's another washroom and a bedroom. So raised beds. And Japanese style sitting spot with a sunken area for your feet. And what is this? Emergency ladder and instructions. This place is so old school. A really cool spot. We should get out for a walk because hopefully we can find a spot that has a view down into the valley, like I was mentioning when we came in. But this is a really cool ryokan. Totally different than the last place we were at in terms of feel, because this is such an old building. And I think we're going to enjoy relaxing here for a couple days, or one full day, a couple nights, and check out the public baths. We've got a private bath soon. What do you think?
Yeah, this place is so cool.
It's cool in its old schoolness. Did you see the faucets in the shower room? Yeah, it's really neat. All right, so we're gonna get sorted here and we will catch up with you later. So we decided to go for a walk. We have a couple hours before the private bath we scheduled. So we're just walking around in the town to check it out and see what's what. So far, it's got a really old feel. Parts of it are looking a little run down and parts of it are looking old charming. And a few things are looking new. So it's kind of an interesting mix. Like this place here, which looks like it's abandoned. It's seen better days. But then there's our place, which has the really like old Ryokan feel, and there's a few new buildings up near us. And it's really neat walking down the street, and the hot spring water is running along. Like there's parts where it's exposed and you can see it, and it's leaving all this white residue around the banks of the gutters, or the sides of the gutters, or there's grates that steam's pouring out of from the water. There's a river of hot spring water going through the town. So yeah, I guess maybe we're trying to figure out what to make of this place.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I think I had thought this place was a really famous and popular destination, but walking around town, it has a very decrepit air about it, and I think we're the only ones walking around. Yeah, I'm not quite feeling this place yet.
Yeah, you're a bit disappointed.
Shocked and disappointed.
Shocked and dismayed. And I'm on the tipping edge of that, but trying to stay positive.
We'll turn it around.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll turn it around.
I'm sure once we get some food and have a sleep, things will look better tomorrow. There's an interesting, hopefully we'll take the ropeways tomorrow and go up Mount Zao. And there's like a volcanic crater lake up on the mountain, which may or may not be accessible based on what the guy was telling us. There might be too much snow to really comfortably hike over to it from the top where the ropeway drops you off. But we'll see. Hopefully we'll have time to take the actual ropeways up at least and go to the top and look at Mount Zao from the top. One of the things that Nicole was hoping we would do here is go skiing, because this is supposed to be a big ski destination. There's tons of runs and lifts and whatnot around here up into the mountains that are surrounding us. But there's no snow, so we're too early in the season. We just went to the tourist office at the bus terminal here and asked about the ropeways and going to the crater, the volcanic crater we wanted to go see. And apparently there's snow up there because she didn't recommend it. Or she basically just said no. She didn't really speak English, so she was just giving us the, crossed arms, no, it's too much snow. And the road going up there that you could drive if you had a car is also closed. So we're definitely not gonna do that, because we would basically take the ropeway up and then take it down, and it's quite pricey just to do that. If we could go to the crater and go for a hike, it'd be like 3 hours of hiking and be able to see some cool stuff up there. I think that would make sense, but given that there's nothing to do really, we're gonna not bother. But we're over at the bus terminal, behind the bus terminal, and you can sort of see a bit of the view. The rolling hills out there, and the fog, and the snow-capped mountains off into the distance. Standing here, it's very beautiful. The views are very beautiful. The air is really fresh. I don't get the sulfur smell too much right here. Up at the Ryokan, you get a slight eggy smell from the sulfur water. But yeah, so we are going to go and scour the internet and see what else there is to do up here, because obviously we might have misjudged this particular stop on this trip. Here is a map of the ski runs. So maybe Zao Onsen is more of a ski village destination type thing. You can see there's a lot of ski runs and ropeways and lifts. And right now we are here, the red dot, the bus terminal. But we'll continue wandering around and see what we find.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This place was kind of a miss. It's definitely seen better days, and it's a little bit decrepit, but I think that when you travel, there's always going to be hit or miss, and even though this one's a bit of a miss, I think it's still worth going out and taking a chance on things, because we found so many gems along the way, and had we not taken a chance, then we would not have gone off the beaten path and tried different things. We wouldn't have had those wonderful experiences. And this place is not a total loss. Hopefully me and Mike can find something to salvage it and have some good memories anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I think Noboribetsu was also, I was worried it was going to be like this.
Yeah.
So there was there's always a chance that, like you said, you're going to pick something and it's not going to be exactly what you expected, especially when you're coming to a place like Japan where there's such a huge language barrier for us.
Yeah.
Like trying to visit a website and read about things can be difficult at times. So, like you said, you win some, you lose some. We're definitely ahead.
Yes, definitely. And for those of you who are watching and saw our Noboribetsu segment, Noboribetsu, I think it's definitely much, much nicer than Zao.
Yeah. So unless there's something we have missed so far, like Hakodate, watch us turn the corner and there's going to be some amazing part of town that we just didn't know about. But this part of town... Because this is a really big ski destination.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll keep exploring. So this place just turned around. We walked around the corner and we found the good part of town. Family Mart. I'm just kidding. But there's a Family Mart here. Yay. So we finished our walk around town. We didn't really find anything too exciting in there. That we didn't already show you, and we came back to the hotel and hung out in the room for about an hour until our private bath. And so we're now at the bath, and Nicole's showering, and I'm about to go shower after she's done and get in the tub and soak for a bit. We have 50 minutes down here. It's a neat, interesting looking tub. The white you see on it is whatever the water is affecting the bathtub, making it all white, similar to the river and like the gutters and whatnot we saw outside when we were walking around. And it's an outdoor, it's an open air bath, so it's cold out there, so I have to go shower really quickly. And then after this we basically have dinner, so that's pretty good. And we'll show you dinner. Hopefully it will be good.
What is different about this place as opposed to anywhere else we've been in terms of Ryokan?
The dining room is open, everyone's in the same room. It's like a restaurant. It's not a private dining room setting.
Yes, it's definitely a different experience. Never ever have had a Ryokan experience like this in terms of dining. It's usually always been either in room or private. But the food so far is really good, and I'm just starting with the amuse-bouche here. Interesting things. So this looks like octopus. And a shrimp here. With this might be a chestnut. Not quite sure. Mushrooms. And in here, some kind of greens. And there is this piece here with a stem, which looks like a mushroom, but was actually taro cut like a mushroom. The intricacies of this meal are really good. Like the shrimp was deveined, and in where the vein is, the slit, they had put fish roe and a gold leaf. The chestnut was really good. So far, so good.
Ooh.
Thank you.
This dish had, in addition to that tofu that's still sitting in there,
And the broth, a bunch of various mushrooms,
The mushrooms
some leeks,
are delicious.
some chicken. You're enjoying the mushrooms?
Yeah, these ones in particular. These big floppy things that look like ears. They're really good.
The food's been really good so far.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I was very when I came in and I saw
The setting.
I was a bit shocked and slightly disappointed, but the food has been really good.
Yeah.
So it's made up for the lack of privateness.
Yeah. And I ordered that, a Yamagata local sake. So how can you go wrong? The main event showed up. And it's beef. And we're going to be cooking it on this. Once it warms up, we'll put the beef on, cook it, and eat it. And I'm going to have, this is like a soup in a teapot. Had this at many places. Yeah, that's really good. They give you a little piece of what looks like lime, but I don't think it's lime. I think it's something more local to Japan, and it adds a really nice citrusy flavor into this. And these always have a slightly different flavor from place to place, depending on what they've put in and boiled with the stock. That's really good. That's really good. You'll like that.
Dinner's been excellent so far. I had my doubts, but it's way surpassed my expectations. It's been really, really good. I would say it's even better than the first
Nobori Betsu?
Yeah. This one is definitely more humble and not as fancy, but I think the whole tastiness is tastier.
The tastiness is up there. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I think I'm enjoying this meal more than the Nobori meal.
Wow. And having this sort of thing, the pot, the flames on the table, and this thing was really neat. When we came and sat down, she threw this thing into the water in the little dish under this. Like, this is like a steamer, and that's what was smoking earlier, and it made it hot, which is interesting. I've never seen that before. But I think our leaf plates are getting hot, so we can put our beef on there and cook it up. And this just got brought out. I don't know what this is. It's kind of like a tofu type of thing, I think, but I'm not positive. There's some more fish over here to eat, and I'm not quite sure what that looks like. Eggplant with something on it. Dug into this ball. It's kind of like mochi in consistency, and it has something inside. I'm not quite sure what it is. I can't place it. The first thing I thought of when I felt the consistency of the outer layer was cream of wheat somehow. Just had that graininess to it. I really can't place the flavor. And it has some kind of green, kind of gooey sauce on it. I'm not making it sound too good, but it's actually really good. I've got to figure out what this is. Try and translate the menu, and see if I can pick it out, because it's good. They just brought out the next course, and it's soba. And I was totally expecting soba, because soba is a specialty of the Yamagata area, as we mentioned before. The Yamagata is a city within a prefecture both called Yamagata. So I'm not sure if Yamagata, the prefecture, is known for soba or just around the city, but it was at Yamadera, and the concierge at our hotel in Sendai mentioned this to us, that soba is a specialty. And this looks good. I think it's cold. It's cold soba. The last course is dessert. And there's some persimmon and kiwi and some kind of egg-looking custard. To give it a try. The egg custard is not egg custard, actually. It is mango mousse. And the mango flavor is really strong. It didn't take much of a taste for me to realize that I had miscalled what it was going to be. It was really good. Dinner today, as Nicole said, surpassed our expectations. We're a little bit leery coming down here, but maybe we're being too hard on this place. The dinner was really good. It was exceptional. I think we're just going to go back to our room, chill out probably, as we're supposed to be doing here in a Ryokan, and go to bed, and get up tomorrow and see what we get up to. Like, Nicole wants to try and go hiking, so we'll see if that happens. We can figure out where to go.
I'm planning on a Heidi hike.
Whatever that means.
Heidi hike means, in my books, it means I'm picturing Heidi and a Swiss hilltop frolicking through the fields. So we're going to be Heidi-esque, and we're going to frolic through Japanese hilltops.
Alright, so there you have it. Tomorrow we are going trekking Heidi style. Whatever that means, I have no idea. So you may see us in the room, you may not. If not, we'll see you tomorrow.
Is it that time in the video again where we ask people to subscribe?
Sure.
Okay, give them the spiel.
You want me to do it?
Yes.
I gotta train you so you can do it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. Liking the video really helps us, I think, get the word spread out there that we have videos coming.
Plus, we like to be liked.
We do like to be liked. And then also subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. We put up videos generally every week. We have a lot of footage to get through, a lot of trips to share with everybody. So subscribe to the channel, click that little notification bell so you get notified as soon as we put up a new video. I think that does it.
Yeah, so it's been a while since we were in Zao, and I swear, till this day, I'm shocked that there was no snow there. I had packed my snow pants, I had packed my great big feathered winter hat, I packed lots of skiing things.
Yes, you had this weird notion that when we got to Zao, we were going to go skiing. And for some reason, I didn't know this. I didn't realize that you thought that this was going to be a thing there. So if you notice in the video, like as we were getting to Zao, Nicole started to look a little bit worried. That's because there was no snow. And she kept thinking the closer we got, we're going to get higher in the mountains, there's going to be snow. But it just never happened.
It was just green.
Yeah.
And then we got to the top of a mountain, and I got off the bus where we were staying, and it was just green.
Yeah, so I think that kind of set the stage for the rest of the video for us a little bit. We were both a little bit shocked with what we found in Zao Onsen as soon as we got there. But the Ryokan was really an amazing place. 300-year-old Ryokan, a lot of history there, really old school feeling as you saw from the room. We had that cool double-floored room. Yeah. And dinner was amazing. Yeah,
by the time they served that spectacular beef, I didn't care that there was no snow. I was fine, because...
Yeah, we got over it, but we did kind of dump on Zao Onsen a little bit, unfortunately.
A little bit.
Yeah, so you'll have to catch the next video to see if that was warranted.
It wasn't.
You just spoiled the next video.
Stay tuned.
Spoiler alert.
Stay tuned for what happens in the next video.
All right, so I guess with that, we'll end it here, and we'll see you in the next one.